have seen. So what is the objective of VLab? Uh, what is the long form of VLab? What we have seen, virtual labs. So if you will type on Google, you will find this website. Okay, so virtual lab. We have seen what is its objective. Okay, V for virtual, and we have discussed the meaning of virtual also. What does it mean by virtual? What is its necessary, most important thing? Okay, so objective we have seen. So can anybody tell what is the objective of virtual lab? Why it is required? So in short, we have seen virtual is nothing but something like online. Okay, nowadays we are studying. Teachers are teaching the syllabus from the online mode, we can say, and you are just learning, living at your home. So something like online. Not always the meaning of virtual is online. Not always. But what we have seen, if some instruments, it is related to laboratory, yeah, mainly, because unless and until we cannot handle some instruments, some softwares, we cannot learn. That is the basic idea behind the practicals. It's not like a theory, something like theory. Okay. So unless and until we will not perform the experiments, we will not handle the some instruments, we cannot learn it. Okay, so that practical knowledge is most important. But uh, in all the case, it is always not possible to go for that practicals. Why? Because some of the instruments are so costly, so that it may not be possible for all the institutes to offer such instruments. Okay, so in that case, the institutes which are having such instruments, they can perform the experiments at their place, and remaining students or remaining institutes can see them. So something like online. Okay, so some, it may happen, one of the laboratory, it is there in, suppose in foreign, maybe something America, somewhere, and there somebody is performing the practical. Okay, and that we can see sitting in our home country. Like this may also happen. So we have seen this objectives, what is the philosophy behind it. Okay, what are the broad areas of virtual lab. Okay, broad areas of virtual lab that we have seen means, we can see in short which are the branches in which we can go for virtual lab. Okay, means sitting at your home you can perform the practical. That is the basic idea behind the this virtual lab. Are you getting? Sitting at your home, you are performing the practicals. It is nothing but virtual lab. It is as simple as this. Okay. So unfortunately, in both the semester of FY BTech, SEM 1, SEM 2, unfortunately there were no practicals. Okay, only we were teaching the concepts. You are learning, remaining at your home, and you are giving the exam. Okay, so there was no such practicals. But once now this offline college will start, practicals will start. So to highlight or to learn the concept of virtual lab, it is introduced. So we will see how it is. So actually, this whatever you are observing, this plab.co.in, this is the main website of this virtual lab. Okay, main website we can say. But unfortunately, our subject is not there in this. So whatever institute we have seen, so we will see which institutes are constituting this. So here number of institute will come. Okay. Uh, number of institute will come here. Participating institute, right, from IIT Bombay. Okay, IIT Kanpur, IIT Hyderabad, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapit, then whatever number of institutes will come, so those who are participating. Okay, so even we have seen one of the video in short. So this video also we have seen last lecture. Okay, our subject engineering mechanics is not coming under this laboratory. For this, one of the uh, those who are absent, for them I will show that video also. So why it is necessary? Just to see the concept. Are you observing on the screen? Silent features of virtual lab. Anytime, anywhere. We have seen this. Virtual labs are free to use. So you can use by sitting at your home. Even you can observe here. One of the person is sitting just by taking one chair and table and laptop, and he is learning something like this. Accessibility. through the internet on any PC laptop. Surprisingly, even on your smartphone. Means you can perform the practicals on your smartphone. Developed in self-learning mode, etc. Physical distance limit doing experiment. What the way? So what the way I have told. Why it is not happening? Why we cannot perform the experiment? Because physical distance limit doing experiments. Because if some instrument is not with us, we cannot go for experiment. So sharing of costly equipment. If some instrument is very costly, we cannot share again. Okay, likewise. So just a motivation behind this VLab. What was the motivation? It is told here. Then basic idea. Use of internet. Here mainly internet is used to go for this VLab practical. Then here you can see to provide the remote access to lab. Just we have whatever we have discussed. That's all. Remote access to lab. By remaining far away from one of the place, we can perform the practical to cater the student at the cater to make it together to enable the student to learn at their own pace. What the way they want to learn. Okay, likewise. Last one. These are the some objective. These are the some objective of this. Then this most important. This physical labs versus virtual lab. The physical lab, what the way you have performed in your 12th or 10th, whatever, 11th class, 12th class, 10th class. Difference is given. Cost. What is the difference between physical lab and virtual lab? So what the way they are in having some different modes. That's all. So you can see on your mobile you can perform this limited in time and space, design 24 into 7 virtual lab. Because whenever there is internet, there is virtual lab. Limited option for innovation, likewise it is given. Intended users, college students who do not have access to good laboratories, they can use this. Okay. So constructing institute, this is the basic idea. Now if you see, so this we have seen. Now uh, though this is a beginning or we can say basic website for virtual lab, our subject is not there in this. That is which subject is our engineering mechanics. So as I told in earlier lecture, our subject is falling under civil engineering background. Though we are in now mechanical engineering, our subjects come under civil engineering. So actually, unfortunately, it is not there here. Okay. So for that, one more website is there. So here already I have uh, opened this. So you can use this phlab.amrita, Amruta, whatever. Here list of experiments for engineering mechanics. What it is written? Can anybody read what it is written here? Whatever I have highlighted right now. Can anybody?
Mechanics virtual lab.
Mechanics virtual lab. Okay. So what the way we have learned in our mechanics subject. First year, first semester or second semester, this subject was there. Engineering
First,
mechanics first first semester. Okay, this subject was there in first semester of your first year. Okay. So this mechanics. Now I will not go in depth of mechanics. What is dynamics? What is kinematics? Which syllabus was there, etc. Many more things were there. Okay. So what is couple? What is torque? Whatever. So basically, this subject is there in this university. This uh, you can note down the website vlab.amruta.education edu for education vlab.amrita.edu. In this our subject is there, not earlier lab. So if you'll see the experiment here, experiment list is given. This mechanics laboratory, engineering mechanics or mechanics virtual lab consists of these many experiments. It is consist of these many experiments. Can anybody read name of the experiments? Whatever you are observing. So this is one of the experiment. This one is one of the experiment. Torque and angular acceleration of flywheel. Are you observing? Torque and angular acceleration of flywheel. Are you observing on the screen? Torque and angular acceleration of flywheel. Say yes or no. Because this all experiments you may not be seen or you may not be. Are you observing? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So first experiment is there here. It is a torque and angular acceleration of flywheel. Just be relaxed. So unfortunately, some of the experiments we have not seen. Many words are there which are unknown to you. For example, flywheel. Have you heard this word before this? Flywheel. FLY WHEEL. Have you heard? Say yes or no. Don't worry. Whatever it may be your answer. Flywheel.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No. Whether anybody has heard this word about flywheel, what does it flywheel? No. So actually, it is a mechanical component because many more words are there, which because unfortunately we have not gone for some practicals in engineering mechanics. So you can see you can visit to this website vlab.amrita.edu. You can visit to this and you can go for it. Okay. So torque and angular acceleration of flywheel. Flywheel is a mechanical component which stores energy and releases whenever it is required. So this is such a mechanical component which stores the energy. Okay, and then it releases it whenever it is necessary. So you can see it is just something uh, plate structure, circular plate, something like a circular plate. So you may not be seen this. So if you will click, some more of entries will come. Then second one is torsional oscillations in different liquid. So you may say in our we have not seen such experiments. Moment of inertia of flywheel. So have you heard this word MI? Moment of
Yes,
inertia
sir.
of flywheel. Which was the chapter which we have seen? Moment of inertia. Moment of inertia. Fourth chapter was there. If you are remembering, CG and MI. CG stands for
Center
Center of gravity.
gravity.
center of gravity. CG and MI. One chapter was there in EM. Fourth chapter, section number 1. So here it is. What is the unit of MI? All the things are not possible here. Just I am asking. What is the unit of MI? Moment of inertia. Let us revise ourselves. What was the
kg
unit of
meter square.
huh? kg meter square?
Kg meter square.
kg meter square? Any other answer? Unit of
Unit
MI.
raised to 4.
Unit. Whose unit?
Means
Unit
any
raised to
unit
4?
raised to 4.
Huh? Which unit?
Like millimeter raised to 4. Centimeter
Okay.
raised to 4.
Centimeter raised to 4, maybe meter raised to 4, likewise. Okay, so raised to 4. So moment of inertia of flywheel. So this one is one of the experiment. Newton's second law. This is also one of the experiment. Newton's second law. So this one is also to prove the Newton. What is the statement of Newton's second law? Very interesting.
F is equal to ma.
F is equal to ma. But statement, what is the statement? Newton's second law. Hmm? Newton's second law states that force applied to the body produces a proportional acceleration. Here it is given. All the things are there. So I will show how it is. Then ballistic pendulum. Have you heard this word in your physics? Ballistic pendulum. So this may be a new for you. So these experiments, some of the experiments are only from our core syllabus, whatever we have learned in our engineering mechanics. Not all. Very few are there from our syllabus. Then collision. So this word itself, it may be new for you, because actually it is there a part of dynamics, but due to the reduction of syllabus, we have not learned this collision of ball something. So then projectile motion. Whether this word is famous, or have you heard or have you come across this word projectile motion?
Yes, sir.
Any other? Have you heard or have you solved some problems of this projectile motion? Any other Nagesh? Gazari? 28? Nagesh, Rahul, Dattatray, Tushar, Suyesh, Jnanish, Nagesh, Priyanka, Megha, Mayuri, Prerna, Asmita. Have you heard this
Yes,
projectile
sir.
motion? Have you heard?
Yes, sir.
What you were learning in projectile motion? One of the object is thrown with this much velocity. At what distance it will reach? What will be its time of flight? Where it will reach, etc. Some problems were there, no? येतंय का लक्षात? Maybe elastic and inelastic collision. Actually, this is also part of dynamics. It is also part of dynamics, but it was not there in our syllabus. Okay, it is a part of dynamics only. You have to remember. Out of that, we will see one experiment. After that, are you able to see the which website I am using? Are you able to see? You can perform the experiments afterwards. One experiment I will tell here, which we have seen projectile motion. Have you seen? Uh, are you able to see the website of this? Are you able to see website of this? Website कुठली दिसते का
Yes,
तुम्हाला?
sir.
Which is the website? Will you read, Asmita? Which is the website?
Clab that dot amrita dot education.
.edu we can say. So I will click on one of the experiments. These many only experiments are there available in this. There are many experiments. Out of that, only these are the available. So out of that, I will click projectile motion. I have clicked on projectile motion. Now that experiment will start here. Projectile motion. Okay, just we will see one experiment. Projectile motion. So here different tabs are there. Theory, procedure, self-evaluation, simulator. This is most important. Simulator, assignment, and reference book and feedback. This is not that much important. First, I will. Here you have to create your account. So one option will come once you will click on simulator. Simulator means simulator. Have you heard this word simulate? What does it mean by stimulate is different and simulate is different? Simulation. What is the meaning of simulation? So here there is a word in between. Simulation. Yes, Simulation. Simulation. What does it mean by simulation? Huh? Anybody? Simulation means what? We have to see how something is happening in practical by using the computer. Means suppose a particular we can say one load is applied on the bridge. So where stresses will be generated, we can create the bridge in our computer and we can apply the load and we can see where it is going to fail. Something like this. It is called as simulation. Means whatever will happen in practical, we can see on the computer how it will be, how it will happen. It is called simulator. Okay, so here I have to log in first. So here there is one option. It may come as a login or create account. Very simple. You have to put your name, email ID, and password. So once you log in, so already here I have created so account, my email ID and password. If I will put, it will be something like this. So now here it is asking log out, and I have logged in with my name. You might be observing here. Okay, so like this. So now projectile motion. In projectile motion, what we are supposed to ask to find. Anybody read? I will zoom little so that you may be read. What is our aim? Who will read the statement? This one was the statement. What is our aim in the projectile motion? Sresh Kadam Sresh. Asmita, will you read the statement?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
To find the time of flight, horizontal range, and maximum height of a projectile for different velocity, angle of projection, canon, height, and environment.
To find the time of light, horizontal range, and maximum height of projectile for different velocity, angle of projection. These many more terminology are there in this. So projectile motion, only one experiment I have selected randomly here. Then projectile motion, whole theory is given. So what the way you are performing the practical, same practicals are given here also. Projectile motion. So here it is mentioned, projectile is defined as any body thrown with some initial velocity, which is then allowed to move under the action of gravity alone without being propelled by an engine or fuel. The path followed by the projectile is called the trajectory. So we have seen the projectile moves at a constant speed in horizontal direction while expressing constant acceleration of 9.8 meter per second square downwards. So many more theories. Horizontal path. So distance is equal to velocity into what will be the formula for distance? Distance is equal to velocity into what? Time.
Yes, sir.
So velocity distance is equal to velocity into time. So in short, unit of distance will be something meter, centimeter, whatever, and velocity will be meter per second into second. Likewise. Okay, then vertical motion of projectile. Vertical motion of projectile. So here theory. So we will not go in depth. At what maximum? At maximum height, when velocity will become zero, what we will get? Something we have thrown vertically upward. When velocity will become zero, what we will get at that point? What we have to say? The object is reached a maximum height. When we say
Yes,
something like
sir.
this, object has reached a maximum height. Velocity is zero. So here it is written. Then range of projectile, horizontal range. So by using our general formula, we can calculate that. Now, uh, so whether are you remembering in our dynamics? In our dynamics, uh, when the range of projectile is maximum, range of projectile is maximum. Uh, by what an angle we have to throw the object so that its range will be maximum? Have you whether are you remembering? Suppose I thrown one of the object when it will be having maximum range. At what angle we should throw it? By what angle we have to throw it? 485 is the answer. You remember this. So theory, whole theory is given. Procedure. So here procedure is given. Okay, variable reason, etc. Self-evaluation. In self-evaluation, something like some questions are there. Projectile maximum value of time of flight when it is projected at an angle of 90, something like this. So here some questions are there. So depending upon that experiments, we can perform what is the knowledge or what knowledge you are having. So you can see a simple test is there that is comes under self evaluation. Most important is simulator. So how it performs. So once I will click on simulator, you have to see here. Now most important. Are you observing simulator? Now Here we have to perform the experiment. In simulator, here we have to perform the experiment by clicking. Suppose here three horizontal lines are there. I will click there. Suppose click. So here it is asking. Here it is asking parameters. Choose the environment means Earth. Whatever experiment we are going to do, it is on Earth. So Earth. So velocity you can select something. Suppose I have selected 36 meter per second. Then angle of projection I have selected suppose 30. Velocity 36 meter per second. Angle of projection 30 degree. Canon height. By what height I'm going to. Then here I will say show result. And here I'm going to say fire. काय काय बघतोय मी are you observing on the screen some parameters I am selecting. Now I am throwing particular object. So here once I will say here simulation will happen. So you can see simulator. So again some velocity, angle of projection, canon height, something like this. Once I will say higher, so here object is coming. It is not showing something like this. That object is coming something like this, and here it is showing its result. Here are the results. So here results are coming. Time of flight was 5.389 seconds. It is calculating automatically. Maximum height 39.68 meter. Horizontal range 154.6 meter. By default, it is calculating. Only you have to give input parameter. Only you have to give input parameter. That's all. So what the way? Suppose what is the range? Range was 154. So if I will select, suppose it is possible for me to select 48, 45. I will say once again fire. See, like this. So again, second one I have fired the object. Second one again I have fired the object. So likewise, it will show its result. Okay, so here result will come something like this. Okay, 154.90 horizontal range, maximum height 450. Likewise, some experiments you can perform here. So the only you have to give input, you have to perform the experiments. That's all, nothing else. So number of experiments are possible to go for here. You can go number of experiments. Only here at simulator, click on simulator for all the experiments you can go. Not necessary. What input it require, only that you have to see. What input you require, only that you have to see. So you can click on here. You can vary the suppose velocity you did 41, maybe a lot of 43, angle of projection 68, 61, canon height something like 11 meter. Show result I will say higher, click here. So here see how it something like this. So that object as I have given this height more, so it will show something result like this. So on this website only you have to see like this. Time of flight t is equal to 7.955 second. Maximum height 83.121. Horizontal range something like this. So remaining experiment also you can perform on your own by giving certain input and output, and you have to check the what output it will get. Okay, you have to just give input, it will show output. All remaining things also you can perform on your own. Okay, have you understood? So this website only you have to use.